Before Jonathan was diagnosed, he was in senior infants in school. He was a content, happy little fella. He was enjoying all his activities, enjoying life. And then we discovered, or he discovered actually, he had a little lump. So that's where the whole thing started.
And the initial, I suppose, the thought was from the doctor whenever they were coming out of the room, when they were looking at the live scans, that there didn't seem to be anything to worry about. I knew there was something wrong. At about 7 o'clock, one of the nurses came in and just checked to see was Ciara coming back. And when I told them that Ciara wasn't coming back that evening, about 20 minutes later, 7 doctors arrived in and asked, could we go for a private chat? So I knew there was something wrong. I had to stop them halfway through because obviously I didn't understand all the medical terms. So I asked them to explain it in layman's terms and asked, when you say that you found lesions and you found, what are we talking about here? And she told me straight away it was cancer. They were very clear about everything and very concise about how life was going to be for the next 6 months and how progressive it would get, in the fact that he may be fine on the first session, but by the time he gets to the 6th session, he's going to be quite exhausted, and it's going to take a toll on him.
Within that, even though there was bad days and very tough days for Jonathan, and at least I was able to sit with him and say, Jonathan, today is a bad day, but there is better things to come. Look at this, we're going to go to Barretstown, this is what you can do canoeing, you can do horse riding, we're going to have a fun weekend, we'll all be there together and we'll all enjoy it. So that, at least there was light at the end of the tunnel, no matter what. The hardest bit of that was every time taking Jonathan away from his siblings and separating the family, because obviously when he was in Crumlin, one or other of us stayed with him constantly, so you were a separated family for those 6 days. And obviously life still went on for Rebekah and Cara.
Just a lot of kind of not knowing what was happening. Like, we stayed up with our aunt for like 2 weeks at one point, maybe more. That was like, just didn't know where you were going to sleep that night.
When we first then heard that Barretstown was an option, we were all for it, because again, this was a positive to try and bring into the whole situation from a mental health scenario, to try and give him something else that he could focus on and see there is light at the end of the tunnel, there is better days ahead. It's brought the family unit back together, it's given the kids confidence. It was an element of fun that had been missing for a long time, because all they had been used to was going in and out of hospitals, and they were meeting kids that were going through similar challenges and families that were going through similar experiences. It's brought them together, it's allowed them to experience childhood. They're allowed to get on with their lives. It gives them the freedom just to be kids again.
Crumlin looked after the medical side of things, but I think Barretstown definitely helped heal the kids' soul. I think Barretstown helped us find that new normal within by just levelling the playing field for us all again and rebuilding our relationships.
To me, Barretstown is kind of like a home away from home. Like, you can never really feel sad.
It's all about maximum fun in a minimum time.
And every time the word Barretstown is mentioned in our house now, it generates great excitement.